Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniel Chinome, and today we are going to learn the pros and cons through a debate on Ian civilization and Western civilization. Ian's civilization responds first, and then Western civilization. We will start with the first question. What are the most important social characteristics of the two mentioned civilization?
Well, in the Eastern civilization, elder people tend to make the final decision in their home. Children and young people do what elder people say that it must be done. In the Eastern civilization, elder people are very respected, and whatever they do or they comment, older people and young people do it.
Um, the Western region has relevant social characteristics such as education is different from the Eastern one. See, people can develop their abilities in addition to being able to participate. In Western society, people are respecting the equivalent way regardless of professional qualification. People can express their feelings and feel way in addition to freedom of expression.
Um, we move on the next question. What are the most important traditional in the two mentioned civilization? And neither, please.
Yeah, the Western culture is, let me see. The Western culture has a called Egyptian, Sumerian, and Greco-Roman antiquity, and encompass the various culture originated in Europe, North Africa, or Balkans, and certain territories of the Middle East, especially those that were part of Imperial Rome or that are linked to the biblical and Christian tradition.
Maria, please. Lina.
Okay.
Sorry.
In the Oriental civilization, white clothes are used as morning clothes. Also, in Eastern civilization, one prays inwardly. Um, uh, also, the people right from right to live, and sometimes the instruct people make decisions as a family.
Thank you. The next question is what are the principal difference between the two civilization? And Santiago, please.
Well, in Eastern civilization, people tend to express their emotions in a subtle way. They tend to act with good manners using diplomacy. Uh, it means that people in the Eastern civilization are very calm in the outside, even if they are angry in the inside. They try to express a humbleness and, and good manners in the way that they speak. Eastern people preserve their culture through the years, whereas Western people are innovating frequently.
Thank you. And Maria, please.
Okay. Well, one of the most notable differences in the Western region is its freedom to make decisions for themselves in addition to allowing people to be more open and critical. Fred.
Thank you. The next question is, how did the two civilizations conceive religion and spiritual difference and similarities? And neither, please.
The Western civilization, there is an intimate relationship and create interaction between the religious faith of a culture and its social development. The spiritual energy of Western culture, which is unspread in others, didn't depend of political power or economic prosperity, but came from the Christian roots. Also, they are guided by the Bible.
Thank you, Lina.
The Eastern civilization, they are guided by the elders and very attached to their ancient spirituality. In this civilization, in the writing is letter by letter that the words make in the East, it is reading word by word or idea by idea.
Thank you. The next question is, what is the role of the woman in the two civilizations in the past century and now? Difference and similarity. Santiago, please.
Well, women tend to do the housekeeping work and they maintain a traditional role in the house. It means that in those places, women are delegated to develop the house work, the housework. They are the housekeeping, whereas the men are working and sustain the family. Women have little comparisons between those civilizations. Are the women are the ones in charge in the household instead of getting a job or improve their professional career. Where women in both cultures face lack of equality treat and they are often repressed by men.
Okay, thank you. Maria, please.
Okay. In the last century, the role of a woman in the Western culture has been important, but a constant struggle to guarantee us in equal rights, since they were not taken into account and did not have a voice on the vote. Currently, women in this region already assert the rights more, but there is still a battle for equality. Only now women are taken into account and where comparison is Western and Eastern women are in the constant struggle of the guarantees of their rights. Western women can show their feelings and have freedom of expression.
Okay, thank you. The next question is, what do you consider are the most important values and fables of every civilization and why? Neider, please.
Well, the Western civilization, the most important values is individualism, liberalism, constitutionalism, human rights, equality, liberty, rule of law, democracy, free market, separation of church and state. And the more mistakes important in the Western civilization, the problem with Western culture is that it has always believed itself to be superior and has renounced to contribution of other cultures, such as the Eastern or one of the other cultures, closing of themselves. The new generation fight no answers. They renounce responsibility and only seek to have fun.
Okay, thank you. Lina.
The Western civilization, they are characteristics being a traditional region, but the problem with that is that they forget to live. They do not become productive, and they get stuck in the same. I think, but that I don't know. I don't. In the Western civilization, but marriage are not arranged, while in the Eastern, marriage is arranged between families without feelings. Also, the people, the Eastern people, take their decisions in family,
Okay, thank you.
as a family.
Thank you. The last question. What do you consider are the most important? No, sorry. Yeah. Uh, what?
Yeah, go ahead. That's the last.
The last question. What do you consider are the most important contributions of every civilization to humanity, and why? Santiago, please.
Both civilizations bring a lot of good things to humanity. In the first place, Eastern civilization brings back the discipline and the hard work and traditionality and ancient culture, which contrasts with the new lifestyle that we as a humanity has been living until now. In the second place, I would say that the Western civilization brings up the freedom to express what they feel and to choose of religion and spirituality, whereas Eastern people are more attached to preserve the traditionality of them.
Okay, thank you. Maria.
Okay, I think both civilizations contribute a lot. The Western contributes from cultural enrichment, the way of overcoming adversity, to provide security right to the world, such as the freedom of expression. And the comparison, those Westerns have greater freedom of expression, and Westerns tend to be more individualistic, but make decisions for the themselves.
Okay, thank you. That is all for today. Thank you very much to the participation and for point in favor of their civilization. Thank you and see you next time.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.